What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Now, specifically, what we need to talk about in today's episode is the continued correction that is taking place on most of these major cryptocurrencies. This is something that we've been tracking for quite some time now, honestly, on most of these altcoins and cryptocurrencies here. You guys remember in the previous videos, which I will show you a little bit later on in today's episode, that we were tracking what appeared to be a pretty solid ascending channel right here within XRP's daily charts. This is on the 4-hour. You'll see a better view as to why this line is up here instead of lower. But we were tracking this, this progress here, and we discussed that if at any point we had confirmed closure above resistance, the price ceiling, we'd buy in for a long position. But if we closed below here, we would buy in for a short position, as one of the two would obviously happen. But depending on where we move to, that's what we would buy in or sell it short. Now you can clearly see we confirmed closure right below here as conservatively on the daily charts here, and that's when we were able to buy in for a short here. But even more so, we had an aggressive play where we saw, you can see right here why this channel makes sense now. We had a beautiful ascending channel right here. You can see clear as day on the 4-hour. And the second we confirm closure right here, that's when we bought in for a short position. And as you can see, we have done nothing but explode to the downside, easily making a beautiful play on XRP's charts. And this goes even further than XRP. Ethereum here, clear rejection off its price ceiling here. We discussed clear as day that most of these cryptos are due for a healthy pullback. And we also had the idea that, hey, maybe there was going to be some sort of correlation between the S&P 500 and the cryptocurrencies, because if you guys remember, we've been so patiently waiting for us to hit the top on the bull flag breakout here. You can see here is the bull flag, here is the flag pole, the flag itself, and then the continuation pattern to the upside. But as you know, we were hitting a very solid resistance, which, as I said in many episodes prior, this is going to cause markets to dip lower here, and that is exactly what's happening. You can see we hit resistance and are starting to correct lower, and you can see over the past 4 days now, you can see today has already opened up, but the past 3 days have corrected downwards from hitting this top resistance. And what has that done to most of these cryptos? Well, it's starting to send them lower. You can see in the past couple of days, it sent Bitcoin from a price high of 30,400 all the way down to 28,000. It sent Ethereum from $2,100 down to 1,900, and XRP from 53 cents all the way down to 46 cents. So none of this in any way, shape, or form is surprising. This has been tracked. It's been expected. It's something we've been highly anticipating, as what goes up must come down. We can't be overbought forever. And here it is finally starting to take form. So lots of important information we do need to discuss in today's video. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump into today's episode. So super quick, before we dive into today's episode, if you watched yesterday's video, you would have heard me mention that I have officially partnered with BidFi to finally get some sort of bonus or incentive reward for you guys for participating and checking out BidFi, which is super cool. As you guys know, last year they were called Bityard, and the years prior they were called Bityard. Well, finally they have revamped and are starting a new campaign for the 2023 season, changing their name to BidFi, a more minimalist new approach to the markets here. But they have survived the bear market quite substantially, and they've done very well in their time, waiting out the bear market like the rest of us did here. And I spoke with them, and they asked me, hey, is there any way to help promote our exchange? And I said, yeah, free money is the best way to promote an exchange, as they've done in the past. And as you guys know, I like to share this information with you. So I had reached out to them. I said, let's do a bonus, a sign-up bonus. I know a lot of people would be interested in that, and they agreed. So as you guys can see here, the bonus giveaway, it's very simple. You get $100 in free bonus when you deposit $100. All you have to do is register through the specified link, which is in the description down below, complete the KYC, and deposit $100 or other equivalent crypto, and then that's it. Now fill out the form, simple as that, down in the description below. And the cool part is, once you get your bonus, you can very quickly just withdraw the $100 you deposit and trade around with the free bonus that they gave you. Now, moving forward from that, as I am excited, we'll talk about that later on here, looking at these other major cryptocurrencies like XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, there's a lot of things we do have to discuss and go over. In the past couple of days, you guys have known that we've been talking about the recent correction here. We've watched for a very long time the beautiful breakout outside I mean, we can go even further than this. We can go 2 weeks ago. You can clearly see that we were tracking a beautiful bull flag formation here. We were tracking a beautiful symmetrical triangle that was forming right on the bull flag itself here. Then we decided to break out. We saw a major pump to the upside here. Let me pull us up. We continue to correct to the upside here. We started to dip a little bit lower here, and I said it's not over. And then we officially broke through resistance as we were becoming extremely overbought on a lot of these cryptocurrencies. And then we started to scale lower, and you can see the breakout a couple of days ago, 3 days ago to the downside here. That's when we bought in for a short, huge move happening, as we clearly discussed. And you can see we are continuing this drop and correction within most of these cryptocurrencies. This gave us huge reason to buy in for shorts, which worked very well here. You can see we're down 2% overall, but markets are continuing to slide lower. Over 7 to maybe even 11% correction to the downside here over the past few days, which I know is unfortunate. A lot of people obviously want to see markets explode to the upside here, but even then, we make profit off of these short positions, which is very exciting if you ask me. As you know, we were tracking this beautiful ascending fractal, creating a top and bottom support here, clear as day. Every time we headed to the upside here, we were hitting a resistance, and we were able to confirm a price ceiling by these resistance points. We drew it out. And then vice versa, every time we hit the bottom here, we were able to draw a price floor, mapping out, you can see this uptrend here. So we discussed very simple, very textbook, that if we were able to confirm a breakout either above here or below here, that's when we would buy long. On the 4-hour charts, obviously more aggressive, but if we confirmed closure above here, we would buy in long and leverage to the upside. If we closed below here, we would buy in and short it to the downside here. And just like that, a couple days later, a couple hours later, we confirmed the first candle closure right here, which is when we bought in aggressively for a short position to the downside here. And since then, we've done quite well, from 49 cents all the way down to, I believe it is 46 cents. This is about a 7% drop, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but when we leverage this using BidFi, it's actually quite beneficial. Now, the really cool part about BidFi is they let you buy long, they let you sell short, they let you create stop losses, they let you take profits. They even have a demo account, which gives you $100,000 in Monopoly money completely free, which is really cool. Not only that, you can take advantage of the bonus, which we talked about right here, which is also extremely easy using the link down in the description below. So it's a great way to earn free crypto. It's what we've done with many exchanges in the past. If you guys remember Abra from many years ago, if you were an original subscriber, you'd remember Abra, where if you deposited like $5, they'd give you 25. So that's what we did. I'd deposit $5. My friends would deposit $5. They'd get $25 in crypto, and then they would just withdraw it all. I mean, you could do that too. You could trade around with it. It's totally up to you, but it's a great way to take advantage of this. So definitely make sure to check it out. Now, besides that, they do offer XRP, which you can see right here. They offer a lot of these cryptocurrencies, which you could check out. But XRP is offered on BidFi, which makes it very, 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 very attractive in regards to an exchange, because not many do. So make sure to check out BidFi, link down in the description below. And moving forward from that, looking at Ethereum and Bitcoin and then the S&P, the correction is expected. It's anticipated. Now, we are reaching some new supports here, which are good. It's definitely a good sign here. We're trading at 50 on Ethereum's daily, which is also not terrible here, but it's definitely a little concerning for good reason. Now, we did have a beautiful short opportunity, which we took advantage of once we rejected off this resistance, confirmed closure to the downside here. But we discussed that there were going to be two levels if we were to reject off this, which you can see is happening. We're either going to hit here or we're going to hit here. As you guys can see, we've already confirmed the first point of resistance, the first point of retest, which is right at this uptrend here, clearly hitting off this. Now we have to decide, are we going to reverse bounce off of that, or are we going to break through and fall to the downside? So simply put, how we're going to take advantage of this is if I see the price close below in the daily, we close below this, we close at 1860, we close at 1850, then I'm confirming and expecting a bigger drop to the downside down a retest moving average, which could lead us to about 1675, which would be a huge short opportunity. Now, obviously, since the drop, we have a stop loss. We are going to be moving it downwards just in case, which could involve either on whatever exchange you use, just moving it down, or on BidFi specifically, selling out, taking the profits, opening a new trade with the expectations of correction to the downside here. Now, moving forward from that, same thing is applying itself with Bitcoin. Since Bitcoin is pretty much breaking through this now, I don't want to say, oh, we broke through it yet, because there is still a support just slightly below it here. Like, I can move this down and you can see where the bottom support still is. It's kind of like this small channel here. But if we break through this right here, same exact thing applies. We're either going to rebound off this, or we're going to be falling down to retest daily moving average, which really isn't unhealthy, but it is a continuation pattern in the ascending fractal here. Same thing with Ethereum, you can see it's still a continuation pattern in here. And then lastly, wrapping things up, it's more so I do expect to see correction, and we do head lower, mainly because the S&P is showing signs of that. You can see the S&P has continued to have these flares. So we bounce off, head up, bounce off, head up, bounce off, head up, bounce off, head up. And you can see in the wake of it doing that, we've created these higher low movements here. And we're kind of due for that next one to kind of retest and head us up, and then another one. And you can see that overall creates these higher low fractals, which is what we're expecting. So truly, I'm expecting that to happen. And because we're retesting a major resistance here, which you can see, let me get rid of these, which you can see is the white band here. You can see if I jump to the weekly here that this white band is a huge resistance on the S&P 500, the ascending fractal here. You can see we really don't break through this white band here, and there's no shot we're breaking through it now, which is a little concerning. So really, I expect to see more correction, more consolidation, and then we continue to head up. We're not looking bad on the weekly, but I don't think we're going to be breaking through it anytime soon, which means markets are going to be dipping lower before they start heading higher. So with that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.